working.
See how much it did?
Were you doing that on purpose?
No,
You just started getting excited.
That's crazy. That was it though, dude. I think we're back on top.
All right, you best keep that mask. You need sunscreen.
Okay, what is up everybody? Welcome back to another video. So we are still working on Finley's nursery room, but we had some setbacks and I decided to sand the floor and refinish it. I did really want to sand the whole floor before I did the trim, and actually at this point I really think I am going to. And then I'm going to stain it, but we've had some problems. So we went, first off I started using a palm sander. So we're doing it just with this little palm sander. And it totally broke. The whole top like fell off and peeled off, so I couldn't put sandpaper on it anymore. So we went to Home Depot and EHT to rent a sander. They ended up not even having a rental center there. So we bought another kind of sander that's a belt sander. Like it was fully charged, right? And it just died. And I only did this much. And that literally is gonna take so long to do, even though it is working, that we're back here and we're at Home Depot in Absecon, and we're going to be renting an actual floor sander today.
I think we need like a big cart or no?
I think we should see what kind of stuff they have first.
Like the actual sander.
Yeah. So probably the reality is I should have never even sanded the floor, but I do think that it's really going to be nice when it's done. Even just the aspect that when Finley gets a little bit older and she's on the floor playing, that she's not going to get like splinters or anything, because we smoothed the whole thing down, made sure all the nails and everything are out of it. And also we don't have like a big playroom, so this is going to be her playroom as well as her bedroom. So
Hi. We're looking for a floor sander. Well, it's sanded down all the way. Do we have a picture of it? Do you have a picture?
nah, just sand it down. Like not refinish it, but just sand it all down, and then I'm gonna restain it. Yeah. How about the do I have to buy like the what goes on it?
Well, you will have to get this pad pretty much, which is over pretty much right here.
What goes on first?
So basically you get this basically,
Yeah.
and you put this on here basically.
Uh-huh.
Right here. Then you'll get like, I'd say the pattern like this. So right here,
Right.
it should stick to it.
Okay, it sticks.
Then you basically put this on here.
So we only need one of these guys.
Yeah.
And then like 4 of these should be Gucci.
Pretty much.
That seems pretty good.
We'll do that.
And that, what does that just stay on there?
Yes.
Or it gets clipped in?
It gets clipped in.
Okay.
Basically, you
Probably just like click them off.
basically you go like this,
Yeah.
take it out,
Oh, we'll just match it up.
and go bam, and it doesn't come out.
Perfect. And this is the 1 day price,
Yeah, that's.
and then I gotta rent that too, right?
For this one, I want.
Big dog.
So much meat.
Yeah. So much to close. 'Better be careful. do it. He's claiming if you just don't do it wrong, just
Just got back from Home Depot and we rented the Pioneer Eclipse. And this is a commercial floor sander. So I should have done this in the first place. I never used one before, so I really didn't know how simple it was to rent one. Because I never rented one either. But here's what we're gonna do. So this goes on first, and then this provides the grip for the rest of it. And yeah, this is gonna be pretty crazy. He did give me like a tiny bit of a how-to. He basically said, don't just move it forward, move it. So, is that supposed to just, yeah, I mean, that just seems like that goes in. Where does this go in first? I'm a little bit confused about this, but all right, gonna make my first attempt at doing this. Just leave it kind of like there. Whoa. Straight up, this thing's okay, so we're running into yet another dilemma with the floor. Should have never done this. I really thought that it would be not simple, but also not this carried away. So I rented this sander, and the sander's fine, although it does almost kill you if you don't get it going the right way. But this piece goes on first, the pad, and basically that's fine. And then the smooth sandpaper that's supposed to be used to smooth it out, that sticks to it, and that works fine. As you can see, I used this one up. But the actual sandpaper, like the heavy grit, doesn't stick to this at all. So I should have been smarter and made sure that it worked, but I just took the guy at the Home Depot's advice and got this one, because that's what he said would work with the sander, but it doesn't stick to it at all, and it doesn't stick to it without the pad either. So this is what I need: heavy grit first and then the smooth one. So I have to go back to Home Depot and just be like, this doesn't work with what we need something else. Or I don't know. Oh, stressful. Because like I really just want to get this done with now so we can keep moving on with the room. And this has been holding us up for like a week more. Okay, so this is like the most, I'd have to say, brutal series of events. But I came here earlier. I was all revved up and ready to sand this floor. after all the abusive stuff that happened already with the other sanders. And he rented me basically not the wrong attachment, but it's not the right attachment for this sandpaper. So literally I had to get this attachment, and the older guy that was working there knew exactly what it was right off the bat. So this should be it. I don't know how many more trial and errors this job could have. So hopefully this is the last one. But very frustrating situation, and I really don't get frustrated easily because I usually just go with the flow. But I just really need to and want to get this room done so that we can start actually setting up the room. So I still need to do the sanding. I need to then bring the sander back tomorrow morning by 10:30 and then get some floor covering, like some polyurethane or something to cover the floor. And then I need to do the trim. And then after that, we can start bringing in the furniture and stuff, because we just got the crib today. Sammy's aunt actually bought us a crib. So shout out to Aunt Mickey. Thank you very much. That was awesome. But yeah, so here it is. This is a series of unfortunate events that are going to turn out the right way. I have faith. All right, so this is the new attachment. It's looking way different. So maybe we're in for a treat here. Yeah. This is how crazy this thing is though. Cause like, he wasn't kidding when he said like, let it go by itself.
Would it be easier if that couch was in there?
If this was out of there, yeah.
Okay, we can move that first if you want.
Do you want to? Or should we just test it and see how crazy it is?
You're making me nervous. I'm trying to hold the boat outwards.
Yeah, just put it by itself. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's really moving that much. I don't really know. The other one.
YouTube University?
The other one was moving around
Because
a
I feel
lot.
like you should have more control.
Look at that. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, but yo, that's it. See how much it did?
Were you doing that on purpose?
No, it gets crazy. It gets crazy. That was it though, dude. I think we're back on top.
Alright, let's keep that in. We need sunscreen.
That was the claim right there, babe.
That was good. That was like,
No, because can't you see how much more it's
I
doing?
can see it even from out here.
Yeah. We need a fan blowing this stuff out the door.
We have a fan.
No.
I can go get a cheap one.
Okay. So after getting back with the Diablo, we got the Diablo sandpaper, the real crazy grit. It's the Grit 36. This is just a piece of it that was left in there. And getting back with the right attachment that actually attaches the grit, like the sandpaper on there. This is the first time I'm feeling like really hopeful about the floor coming out nice. Before I was just getting so frustrated and so down and just thinking this is never gonna work. I should have never started this. Now, I really think it's gonna work. So we are on it. I gotta figure out how to vacuum this basically somehow so that we can get some of the dust out of here. But yeah, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. So I guess just power through it. If you keep getting knocked down and failing at something, power through it. That's the only way to do it. Because this is like the 10th thing I've tried. and it's finally working. So this is what we're gonna do. Sammy just went to go pick up a little fan.
This is exactly what we need. The comfort zone fan.
That we can put in the window and basically close the window on it. Kids skating down the street, I like that. Close the window down on it and it'll just vent, it'll refresh us with new air and just keep pushing the air out and the dust out as I do this. So, good call on that, we should have had it before.
Dusty hub.
Maybe like leave the windows open and stuff, right? Maybe leave the windows open and stuff just for now.
Yeah. You getting crazy in there? This is
No,
perfect size, right?
This is like exactly what I was thinking.
Alright.
Perfect. The only thing is that's kind of sucks is how to power it.
You need the extension cord.
I know, but then if there's an extension cord, it's going to make it really hard for me to sand.
But not if.
Not if there's an extension
the
cord.
wall.
If I run it from outside all the way around to this window.
I'll just hand you one.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, here.
Just give me the one from the shed if it reaches.
Or this one right here.
How much extra did it take for you to get the cord and then go all the way around?
It's like Humpty Dumpty. I'm just like wobbling across the yard. Paul was making fun of me at the beach yesterday. He's like, "You're worse than me when you pick stuff up," because I have to like spread my legs and like, you know. But yeah,
So I'm gonna turn this on. So watch out.
I would move
The chair too,
so
right?
that you're, yeah, 'cause it has to be over. And then what? Put the window down on it, right?
Yeah. Well,
Put it on.
I guess just the screen,
Yeah.
because the window won't go all the way. Oh yeah, it will. It'll go on it. But that's gonna create a lot of like.
Is it on the highest setting?
Yeah, and that's just gonna create a lot of circulation of the air. Even if it's not like blowing the dust out necessarily, it's still gonna bring air in from that window and push it out this way.
Even if you have to, just take the screen, like push the screen up. Alright, so since Turner's inside sanding the floors, now that we got all of that situated, I'm outside mulching. Or I'm going to attempt to mulch. Because we got this mulch a little while ago, and it's just been like sitting here for weeks. But it's hard for me, like, we did this one right here, the front. Like, I weeded this, pulled all the weeds up, and then I went and got, I think it was 3 bags of mulch altogether. The other one's still over there. And then we mulched it together. So, I don't know, this has just been sitting out here for weeks, and I can't stand staring at it. So, I want to just do something about it. But first, I'm going to do lay rocks. I'm just gonna throw these out. I'm gonna put them in these bags. But I know some people are gonna be like, don't throw those out, but like I can't deal with them. Honestly, they look like shit too. So, and then I'm gonna try my best to dig out some of the mulch that's here. I'll show you. If you can see, like in the back, like underneath of the rocks, there's old mulch on top of mulch on top of mulch. And there's not really a barrier like there is right here that Turner put those in. This has just been here since, who knows, the 60s. And it's kind of like pouring out. So what I have to do is dig as much as I physically can out so that when I put the new mulch in, it's not just like overflowing on the grass, because then it's just, there's no point in doing it at all. So I am excited to do this. I'm just super, super tired, and I already did a lot today. So it's like, I don't know. We'll see. All right. And excuse my lack of enthusiasm. It is now 4:20. So it's later in the day, and I'm exhausted. And somebody had commented, don't speak too soon about that back. And I spoke too soon because now my lower back kind of hurts, but it might just be because like I'm pretty active for a pregnant lady. I do take my breaks, but and I don't overdo it, I don't think. But I just like doing things, so it's hard for me to sit on my ass. But I am feeling my lower back is hurting a little bit. But I am excited about this. I'm just super tired, so let's do these rocks. Alright, so I didn't get that far, but we're making progress. So I'm just gonna do what I need to do and the rest of the rocks, and then I'm just gonna start raking. I took 2 time lapses, but I can't hyper focus on filming and doing this at the same time, or I'm just not gonna get anything done. But like as I'm doing this, and since I'm using the iPhone right now to film, I'm getting like this weird, and I know probably nobody will relate to this on here. Maybe a couple of people if you do YouTube or film in general. I'm getting like this guilty feeling of not filming every single aspect of what I'm doing. I think a lot of YouTubers can relate to that, and it's giving me severe anxiety. But for me, getting the job done, the task, is much more important than filming it. And it's like overwhelming for my pregnant ass for some reason, and it's just like I feel like I'm not doing something right just because I'm not filming everything that I do. So just wanted to put that out there. So I'm gonna finish doing this so I can actually get it done, and then I'll show you my progress. But when I first came out here, I was joking around, and Lucky was like walking by, and I was like, "You wanna help me mulch, Luxter?" But look at this. Been out here for a while and didn't even notice that she was laying here.
Huh?
I said, been out here for a while, didn't even notice she was laying here.
I just told you that.
I thought you meant out back.
No.
And then I was like peeking in here, and I was like, what the hell is that thing? It's Lucky.
Right there.
Luxter? Lucky, is she okay? Oh, you're good. Don't freak me out like that. It's hot out here. You good, girl? She's like, I'm in the shade. All right, so I have some moral support from the Luxter. Not much of a help, but
This thing is really powerful. thing is insane. Maybe that's why people don't put the sandpaper on these ones. Because they're so crazy.
I mean, that over there really quick.
Really well. Okay.
Oh, it fell off.
What the?
Right?
What?
The sandpaper.
No.
It's all crumpled under. It's red, right?
Yeah, it didn't fall off.
It's folded.
Maybe. What do you mean? Oh my god. So that's $10 to $8 right there. Huh? It's crazy. It's dangerous. Wow. It's working good, but this thing's a beast. Like, it's hard to handle. Alright, I'm gonna put the third one of these on. This is reverse threads on this to take off the plate, this metal plate. And that's basically the only thing that's holding the sandpaper on. And it's weird because I think it should be like something that's holding it down, not just the middle piece, because this is a little crazy. I don't know about all this. It seems like the sandpaper gets messed up so easily because of how violent the actual machine is. But it seems like it works, so This is the best situation we can be in now. I just have to sand this other side real good, and then sand it with the top coat on. Maybe a little too tight even. Sand this side real good up to the door. Okay, after about, I don't know, 2 hours messing with the sander, I feel like I finally got a handle on kind of how it works. So I'm gonna do a head mount, and so you guys can see from my angle how it works. Whoa, so that probably, whatever just happened right there probably ruined the whole piece of sandpaper. So, got about 15 minutes out of that piece. Maybe, nah, more like 20 probably. But still, that's crazy. So we really only have one more gritty piece. And then I have to do the smoothing. So like, because these two are already, well, this is used and ruined, and we got this one still. Alright, so this is weird in the beginning when these things start. Really weird. I don't know if I like floor sanders. Wow. This is absurd. Okay, so now we're back. I'm back to the stage that I started at after sanding it with the grit. Now we're back to the smoothing paper. So this is what he gave me originally. Just these two. Because I guess he thought I was just smoothing, but no, because I did that corner, I had to do the rest. But this is going to be a clean slate, regardless. And it's going to look good once it's stained. Kind of loving this now, actually. I did ever. That's not true, but this is pretty aggressive. So this is it, the last hurrah. This is the last piece of smooth sandpaper that we're going to use on the floor. And then time for some stain. Tomorrow morning we're going to do the stain, definitely not today. It's already almost 6. So I got to finish this. That's all I can do with the sanding machine. I used up all the paper I had, and this is going to be probably the most productive, definitely the most productive sanding day that I've ever had that I've had yet. And I tried for just as long probably with the little sander. It's actually getting somewhere, and this is the way that I was envisioning it from the beginning, and now I can stain it. And it'll be just a clean slate for Finlay. This is what I would say, doing it right. Like I wanted to do it right from the beginning, and not meaning like right professionally maybe, but just right how I wanted to make the room. So learned a lot on this process so far. I still have to clean up all the sawdust, and then I'll be able to see the finished, because this is all sawdust, like sand dust. And then we'll be able to see the finished product, not the finished product, but the product before we stain. And if I have to touch up areas with the pound sander, I will too.
The crows in our neighborhood have been stealing babies out of nests. I saw one the other day, and I just saw them in the middle of the street, but they dropped it. So I'm seeing what it is. Alright, so my lower back is starting to hurt a lot, so I'm throwing in the towel for today. But I'm gonna just finish it tomorrow. But look at this. Look at this girl. Look at my princess. Hi, mamas. Hi, Butters. I love you so much. Little chicken. Someone sent us this, and she stole it. This was for Fin, but I said they could share her ruined Fin. Hi, Mama. And she loves her mouse too. Oh, the That's how you climb, show 'em. My girl. I love you so much. You got the itchies. Don't worry, she doesn't have fleas. She just itches a lot. You just get itchy because you're a baby. Right? My chicken. Who's that pretty girl? What a stinky booty. I gotta stop bending down like I'm not pregnant. I'm literally exhausted, but I gotta get ready for dinner, so come here. Come say hi. Or should I say bye? Say bye. Woo! Say bye, Butters.
All right, let's see what it looks like, right, baby?
Yeah. This looks really good.
Wow. It's
This
actually a
looks
lot better than I thought last
it
night.
looks really good. Because then
Wow.
when you stain it,
It'll match this again,
and I
hopefully.
took a picture.
I think it'll match.
The same stain.
It'll be back again, but this is what I'm saying too.
It
Like,
doesn't even matter if it like.
I'm saying clean slate. So like we know for sure if she's like crawling around here and like licking shit, that it's just her own filth. Or our. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what my point was.
No.
I mean, there's a couple spots that could have got it better, but the reality is you would want to die if you had to use that sander anymore.
Well, we're going to put a rug down anyway just for grip because hardwood floor can get slippery, especially with socks on. So I'm trying to find like a practical area rug.
But yeah, so that's it. I mean, I got to clean it off still. Like there's still salt, like dust on the ground. It's not totally cleaned. But yeah, so this is what it came down to. So I realized if I wanted to redo the rest of the house later on, I could really do it real well if I...
No, yeah.
Because this was the first time ever. But yeah, we can actually get the polyurethane
At Home Depot.
when we return the sander today right now. Yeah, MJ. It's not bad, right?
He's so smart, he knows not to go in there. Good boy, that's my boy.
He just went to the edge.
Mommy's, he's so smart.
But yeah, that's it. So that was like the most intense part of this so far. And I did wear a mask pretty much the whole time I was doing it. And I still had a crazy headache from all the dust. Because all the chemicals and stuff, I guess, in the floor stain that they used was... Basically, I had a headache all night, is what I'm saying. But here it is. So the next step is going to be the stain. Let's get to it. So when do you think Finn's gonna come out?
Soon.
As in like 3 days or like 30 days or 3 hours?
I don't know, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell.
What do you think's gonna happen first? Butters is gonna turn 1 year old, or Finn's gonna come out first?
Let me think.
Because what if Butters is a midget cat? Then she's really like 7 months, like 8 months.
Butters
old.
isn't a midget cat. This guy's a fool.
Well, she looks like it, right? A munchkin cat.
Yeah.
In the video, in the picture I took. Who that? Who else in here?
I have acid reflux. You guys like my bangs? I just got bangs, but my hair's all greasy, so.
I should have got bangs.
You should have.
Why didn't I do that?
I don't know.
What if
Where's
I
your
had
face?
bangs? What if I had bangs that were as long as like this?
I don't know. It was a ballsy move on my part, especially because I'm pregnant. But my hair is growing really, really fast. And I figured since when Finn comes, a lot of people are saying, like, your hair falls out, whatever. And I believe that. But I don't think it's as, like, dramatic. Like, I think everybody's different. So I'm not really worried about that either way. But my hair's growing really fast now. So by the time I have Finn, it'll be grown out to, like, the length I want it. So we Gucci. How am I hungry again, babe? How am I hungry? Since Turner's doing the trim in Finn's room, I'm going to be mulching the outside. Like, trying to finish the mulch. So we made an agreement if I rake all of the old mulch, like, to one side and put a little, like, recycling thing right there, he can just, you know, pick it up and put it in there. Because it's not that it's hard, it's just like, it's a lot for my big ass to be doing. And the laundry is brute salad when you're pregnant, but Turner has been helping with the laundry, so that's been nice. But I mean, we all have our parts in this house, and laundry is usually one of mine, because honestly, just have the touch when it comes to laundry. You know what I'm saying? So, what I was doing was washing all of, like, these blankets, like the hot blankets, since it's summertime. Because these are the ones we like to, like, lay with when we're, you know, Netflix and chilling in the living room. We have our blankies. And they're just super hot, and I can't. I'm too pregnant with all these blankets, because I'm like a freak, and I like wash. I know other people do this too, but I am really, really OCD with, like, having clean blankets. And just everything. Like, I clean the rugs in the house, like the little rugs. Like, I always try and buy rugs that you can clean. Like mats, I should call them, not rugs. Because just from coming from outside to inside the house, like, your rugs get dirty, you gotta clean them. So that's what I'm doing. I feel like I do so much laundry a day, but it's worth it. And then I got this, and I'm gonna bring the down blankets out, because I like having a down blanket in our bedroom, but I like down blankets for the summer specifically, like the warmer months, because it's just nice and crispy and cool when you lay with them. These blankets are just, this is wash, I have to bring this, but these are winter blankies, or like fall when it's more cold out and you're trying to get warm. Because I don't know, I'm just one of those people that needs a blanket no matter how hot it is, you know, so down blankets are the way to go in the summer. But I'm just rambling, so I gotta bring this. I need 2 hands for this.
These ain't no spring chickens, these bushes, like.
Ooh.
They've been here for a couple,
Look at how it jiggles.
maybe 4 decades, 7 decades.
Those hands are gonna be some itchy hands in about 10 minutes.
Look at that guy. So, all right, what we were saying is we started seeing these. Sammy pulled out some of these out from there and wondering why they were under there. But I think those were little plants, obviously, at one time. They planted them in there and put, flagstone around. And over time, they crow buggied the whole garden bed.
They did crow buggy the whole garden bed.
Now they're just like much wider than the original placement.
Can't even get them in one shot, but if you guys can see right there, Ooh.
That's like exactly what happened, I bet. And we just thought they were there for decoration. Actually,
I honestly thought you just threw them there.
I actually didn't even know about them.
These are some jiggly bushes.
This is all the decay from the ones that passed away.
Icky.
This is like 80 to 90 pounds.
We're gonna grab another recycling bin because the mulch was a tidbit heavy. Alright, so Big Daddy literally stopped what he was doing to get crazy on these bushes and help Big Mama out. But that looks way better.
Take out some of these, we'll give it a little room underneath to play with. These branches are literally buried in the ground because there's so much stuff.
Oh yeah, he looks happier that way.
And then all this stuff can come out of here.
The fire starters.
Because nobody ever, including us, took the mulch out and then put more in, then he's like drowning in the mulch. All of them are.
That's why
the branches were like below the dirt.
You grab this broom. Alright, so teamwork makes the dream work, and we got most of the old mulch out of here and all the other crap, and Turner trimmed these, and then we raked it, put it in the recycling bins, put them out to the street. Hopefully they take that stat because we don't really have that many recycling bins. And now I'm going to be doing the mulchy as much as I can. So that's what I'm doing.
All right, we're about to get the stain for the floor. Do you think we'll be up? Oh my God. Better off just coming back next week.
I like how they had the little like swatches of wood.
So what does ours look like? I would say almost this. Or that.
So I was fully wrong because I thought it was this.
That's too dark.
Oh no, this one. This is
That's
the one that I
pretty close.
thought it was.
Do you think it would be that dark? Or this?
Well, this is more of like a yellow, right?
Maybe, I would, this is pretty
know.
good.
Like, do you think it's cherry?
It's definitely like one of these four. Like, it's not that dark.
No, it's either that or that. You're right. But I'm just wondering. Because you know how some parts
This
are
probably
dark.
looks better, right?
I just feel like it's cherry for some reason. Alright, so we're going with the cherry.
I'm about to go in there and finish sanding Finn's room, the nursery room. I'm going to do the outside because I rented that commercial sander, but it didn't get the actual corners. And even though I did sand them already, I just want to do a once over and then right into the stain. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so I just vacuumed it basically all. And now I did a Swiffer on here just to see how much dust was still left. Not much. So I'm going to just start in this corner and just start staining it, I guess. Actually, I'm going to choose to just use the Swiffer on the whole floor so that I know that it's clean and there's no dust. Alright, this is what this looks like. Just regular old stain. Just the Purdy stain brush. Now we're working. Now we're working. Wow. turning out great. Straight up perfect. I'm gonna have to do 2 coats probably, but this is perfect. The reason why I think that you got to do more coats on this is because you can't lay it on really thick or it looks weird. You got to lay it on thin and then just do the second coat. This is looking pretty good so far. Alright, so that's the first layer of stain going on, and you can see how shiny it looks. This here is basically the best area, like in the middle of the floor, because that was where the sander could reach the best. I wish I had more time to really do the floor. It would have taken probably another whole day and many more things of sandpaper to actually do it crazy good. But I'm really liking the look of this. I would say after being completely discouraged that we're back on top, because this is basically exactly what I was thinking when I first started. Knew it wasn't going to be perfect, didn't want it to be perfect, and here we are.
Gosh, no way.
Is it turning out like you wanted it to or not?
Oh my gosh. This looks so good.
Do you really think?
Yeah, this looks good. This is the same color.
Yeah, it's gonna look basically the same as that floor, but just sanded a lot. The baby blanket, is that a Kiki blanket?
Oh no, Godfather Paul. It's like a swaddle blanket.
Okay, here we go. First coat down. Now I'm about to bust out the second coat. Let's do it. Let's do it and do it again. I did a vicious shaking up of this one because the other one definitely collected some of the thicker red tint towards the bottom. This one, much more shaken. So let's just get right into this. Time lapse. Gonna bust this all out right now. looking through the window because the smell is heavy. But that's it. 2 coats, floor stain. I think that's gonna do it. Now we can do the trim. So this will probably be the end of the second part 2 of the baby nursery video. I want to say this was a lot more difficult than I thought. Going into it, I thought I'd just do a quick sand, throw some stain on there, no big deal. But having not personally done this before, I didn't really know how difficult it actually was going to be, and it took a lot more time and energy, and also it took a lot of just being like, okay, try this. Okay, that didn't work, let's try this. Okay, that didn't work, let's try this. But the only thing you can say is it turned out basically as good as I thought going into it from the beginning. So I'm really happy with the end result. But there was a few times when I almost just straight up gave up on it, knowing that I need to rush this along, knowing how much other things we need to get done. And yeah, I guess just don't, when you get knocked down, just don't stay down, just get up again. Like, I failed multiple times on this floor and probably didn't do it anywhere near how you're supposed to, but it doesn't matter because it's done. I did it myself. I learned shit during it, and I did it for baby Finn, and doing it for the right reasons and just pushing through and getting it done. That's the dream right there. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed this one, and just keep pushing, everyone. Whew. Peace.